We are in the Pacific Northwest as we get set for football at Lumen Field here in the Soto District of Seattle.
Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store.
Between the Washington Commanders
and the Seattle Seahawks. Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week, and off we go from Seattle.
Takes it at the 7. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Gibson.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3.
Herbert has it knocked free. But Washington looked to get this one back, and indeed they did. They will still have possession.
Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And
this is intercepted.
Picked off by Michael Davis. And the Seahawks are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive.
I really don't think you can fault the decision-making here because your offensive quarterback, they really had a big week last week, and you're ready for them to go again here. Not the anticipated result, of course, but you definitely understand why they did what they did. That quarterback's been hot. You want to keep the ball in his hands and see if he can keep the magic going.
Throwing on first down. Melvin. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. He rifles one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Cameron Curl. So first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And they've got to be breathing a little bit of a sigh of relief. The first time you throw the football winds up being picked, but fortunately for them, it does not lead to points.
Well, that tells you about team football, doesn't it? Everybody gets together. What's that term they use? Complementary football? Okay, he threw the pick. The defense got together and said, hey, let's shut them down. Let's not turn it into points. They did exactly that. Now he gets a fresh start, a clean slate.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he'll be out right at the 35.
They give him 16 yards there, and it's a Washington first down.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to two people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson.
And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Michael Davis. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football.
Well, it doesn't take a whole lot of investigation to figure out why they're still sitting at 0 on the scoreboard, because their quarterback's got to wake up and start reading defense a heck of a lot better after throwing his second interception.
Walker now on 1st and 10.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And he'll be taken down at the 34. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
On 3rd down, Melvin. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Myers' kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
This one taken just inside the 10. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor, maybe break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him, but whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy. Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Herbert now.
Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. Finding room at midfield.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Herbert
winds up and lets it go for Samuel. On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Tariq Woolen picks it, and the Seahawks are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line.
Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
They were just trying to give their offense a little more room down near their own goal line, but this is just going to make things worse.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And I don't know if he made it out of the end zone. No signal. Yes, it's a safety.
The goal here is about getting any kind of positive yardage in this spot, because you don't care who, you don't care how. You just want to try and buy a little space and get away from your own end zone. But in this spot, the defense was all over that play and equally motivated to stick them with a safety.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
But sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
They go play action here on first down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. By that time, it looked like he essentially just ran right into the pass rush.
Yeah, partner, I'm not much of an outdoorsman, but the fish jumped right into the net, didn't he? Because you've got to make sure that you're deep enough that you can get around the defensive end, have an angle there. But he couldn't do it because he actually cut that one off. Really nice play coming off the edge.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Looking to throw. Melvin. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away.
They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert rolling to his right. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Keenan Allen with his 16th touchdown of the year as his guys are able to extend their lead. This time the extra point up and good, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. We're still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. And he's got room. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
From the gun, it's Walker. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45. The Seahawks come into this one still undefeated this deep in the year despite the one tie. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
The throw over the middle taken in. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 38-yard line. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Melvin. He'll spot Eskridge open left side. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
On 2nd down, it's Walker. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
To throw on 3rd down. Melvin. Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. Myers' kick is good. Wow, I mean, it's so rare to even see one attempted from that distance, CD, let alone converted, but he came through with confidence and matches what was Tom Dempsey's 43-year NFL record at one point of 63 yards.
Yeah, I can still see that highlight of Dempsey making that kick, and nowadays we see it a little bit differently because, remember, Dempsey was a straight-on kicker. But these guys nowadays, the range keeps increasing, and they keep putting it through the posts.
Out there setting ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game planned for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Herbert off of play action. Under pressure, and down he goes. Flying in to pick up that sack, Jordan Brooks. Well, he shot in, CD, like he was out of a cannon from that linebacker position. And even though they had a running back in the backfield, no one could stop him.
Well, you certainly diagnosed that play perfectly because as fast as he got into the backfield, you're exactly right. The running back had no shot to get over and try and protect his quarterback, and a sack resulted.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
From the gun, Herbert on 3rd down. He finds his target, Allen. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 42. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Play action. It's Herbert. They'll roll him out right. Give him another one right back to Allen. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A very solid gain of 27. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Herbert operating from the red zone. This is caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Keenan Allen, his second touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Last time I remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get him 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
Now, a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Thus far, they haven't been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
From the gun on third down, Melvin. And that is incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. This is taken at the 18. Found good room to run there. Returns it 14 yards. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And the offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there, because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. A give up the middle to Gibson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 72 yards rushing for him, as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Herbert on first down now. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Straight ahead, Gibson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Allen's got it complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did. for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep with the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Here's Herbert.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Third and long, it's Herbert.
Quick slant complete to Keenan Allen.
And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Sly able to put this one through.
And that will extend their lead even further.
So no touchdown that time, but they do get 3 more, and now they have even more of a cushion.
It's been a terrific first half offensively, so it's hard to blame them for not getting into the end zone there. But the way they've been moving the ball in this one, I don't think these will be their final points of the game.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit.
On first down, Melvin.
He'll find his man. That's Freddie Swain.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. On first and 10, Melvin. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. Myers' kick is good.
Well, I don't know if you ever go into a game expecting to attempt a kick of 62 yards. Charles, not only attempt it, but make it one of the longest kicks that we've ever seen.
Yeah, I'm not sure you ever go into a game expecting to kick one of this distance, but all the better kickers, they do dream of it. And they show what they can do in practice and convince their coaches to give them a chance. That one surely paid off.
Look at him go inside the 30. And he takes it all the way, but there is laundry on the field. A flag is down, and I think this one's coming back.
I agree.
The holding penalty negates a good return as they'll start just past the 20. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
So we have come upon halftime, and it's the visiting group from Washington who are out on top.
As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the third quarter. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Off the bootleg, Melvin.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Back to throw. Melvin. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
On first down, Justin Herbert. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack.
No question, that was needed by the defense because they're already trailing by a couple of scores. They had to get off the field without allowing another one. That sack on the first play, that may have derailed this drive.
Under pressure, they got him again.
Marcus Davenport picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Now on third and forever, he'll look to throw. For Keenan Allen, that's complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So that changes things. Here's first and 10 all the way up at the 45. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Going deep here for Allen. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Partner, they've been aggressive, airing it out all game long, and no better evidence than those last two snaps. They weren't going to beat this coverage, though, 2 plays in a row, and that one falls incomplete.
Complete out to Samuel on the quick throw. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Herbert wants to throw it on 3rd and 1. Caught by Allen. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Give him 30 yards there.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
And here's a give to Gibson.
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown.
Antonio Gibson, his 12th rushing touchdown on the year,
as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that pushes the lead up to 23.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got to fight.
He's got a man complete. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now, there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
They'll try and throw for it. And he's going to get into the end zone for 2. And they're back within 2 scores. Down 15 now. That's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure. But that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready. Because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
Takes it at the 7.
And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10.
Now it's Herbert. And he coughs up the football near his own goal line. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark. No doubt about it. And you know that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies. Myers connects on the PAT. And this is back to an 8-point game. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
Takes it at the 7. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Still enjoying the lead here in the 3rd quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 29 yards, 1st down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Herbert jet sweep as he taps it forward.
And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Well, that'll help the old passing stats. Remember, it was a pop pass, so it's not a wide receiver run there, Charles.
But I like the way that you scored it, and that's exactly how it goes into the books. But remember, he's had success throwing the ball the standard way in this game. And here, this little tap pass, it goes for good yardage, a little something extra in his repertoire.
Meanwhile, Herbert's throw complete there to Thomas.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or 2. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
On 2nd down, a run with Gibson.
And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
101 yards rushing now for Gibson. He's got a 1st down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
On first down, right back to Gibson.
And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Herbert.
This one left side caught by Gibson. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Commanders have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And the lead is up to 15 now.
Commanders 39, Seahawks 24.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Offense running back out here, and you remember last drive was pretty quick, about 10 seconds, Charles. One play, very long pass play that ended in the end zone.
And you know every offensive unit, when that happens, they want to come running back out and recreate it. We know the chances of that are slim because now the defense is on high alert. But at the same time, that confidence should carry over into the start of their next drive.
Up the middle, here's Walker.
He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Off the play fake. Melvin. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Walker.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
Here we go on 2nd and 12.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd down and 12. Looking to throw. Melvin.
That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, a pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least, it'll be 4th down.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. He'll return it from the 6. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Allen. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. Two yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
From the 29, Herbert. He's got Allen. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 44-yard line. 27 yards there, a first down.
On the counter, Gibson.
And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up second down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down again.
And the ball is knocked out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone came around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking, and intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Sidney Jones.
And the Seahawks are right back in this football game. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the...
He's got a man complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big pickup of 38. Charles, you talk so much about quick change plays. There's one right there. You get the turnover, and boom, hit him with a big one.
And defenses plan for this all the time. They work on it in practice. But in the middle of a game, when that quick change takes place...
And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown.
A great play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Seahawks take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points.
Extra point up and through by Myers. As this gets him back within a touchdown on a 2-point conversion. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
From the 6.
And he tries to get as much as he can here while protecting the football as he dives to the ground.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close. One score game. He's got a man complete.
And he'll be brought down at the 27. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield. A handoff for Gibson.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
Sly able to put this one through, and that will extend their lead even further.
So that's, CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done. There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession, and to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly.
It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set them back on 2nd.
When you see a quarterback retreating away from the line of scrimmage toward the other goal line like that, usually doesn't end well.
You're exactly right about that. Normally, if they're moving from side to side, they've got a chance maybe to get back upfield. He was trying to shake defenders and extend the...
There he goes, left side. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf, 66 yards.
And the Seahawks have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
So that's a really big play here in the 4th quarter. And don't look now, they're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense? Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And now that lead is down to just 1 score. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game. You're in the 4th quarter. Defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or do you try and bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts at earliest opportunity? Or wait till you hit the 2-minute warning? So there's a lot going into this one. Let's see how each side goes about their strategy.
7 catches for him now, and this last one, a 1st down. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. And he will find his man Samuel. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football.
A handoff running left is Gibson.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
So with your team leading in the 4th quarter, you know you've got to run the football. They know you've got to run the football. Sometimes that means there's nowhere to run the football.
Now it's Herbert. He's got a man. That's Keenan Allen. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down.
A carry for Gibson.
And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game.
I think as a running back in this spot, you have to understand there's not going to be a whole lot of room to run. And in this case, ball protection takes precedent over trying to make something happen.
On second down, here's Gibson again.
This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. This will be the 8th play of the drive here, 3rd and 4. Now Herbert. Throw left side complete. That's Gibson.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the first down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
Here we go on 4th. Herbert. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs.
Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out.
And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well have run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay.
Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Forced out to his left. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. It's incomplete. Took a shot.